let me get one thing out of the way, which is antihistamines, because they are important. And they're easy. So you have two types of histamine receptors, H1 and H2. H1 receptors are responsible for pain, inflammation, allergies, all that stuff. H2 receptors are responsible for acid stuff.
Yeah.
So peptic ulcers, acids in the stomach. So antihistamines H1, you have two generations. You have generation 1, generation 2. The first generation, you guys know any drug from there? Diethyl, hydramine, chlorpheniramine, something like that. So these are generation 1. What they do is, they are basically, when you have an allergy, you can use, right? But they also sedate you because they cross the blood-brain barrier. They cross B. Look, fen, right? Fen, fatty stuff that could cross the blood-brain barrier. Generation 2, they made it that it doesn't cause sedation. Okay, and some examples are like cetirizine and some other ones there. Cetirizine, mecalzin, I think, mecalzin. So these are the ones for there. Now the H2 are the ones that are antacids. They all end with TD, right? That's the one you're talking about, the cimetidine or laretidine. Anything that ends with TD. These are the antihistamines. This is the stomach. Okay? And this is a cell. One of those cells that make acids. So, this cell makes acid, so it has a pump that pushes out H and takes in potassium. So that's how it makes the acid and pumps it into the stomach. Okay, so there are 3 buttons or 4 buttons around this cell. Let's say this is H2, histamine, muscarinic, gastrin, and another button that is prostaglandine. So each time you push one of these buttons, something different happens. So if you push this button, this is stimulated, more acid comes out. If you stimulate muscarinic, more acid comes out, right? Because muscarinic stimulation means more secretion. If you stimulate gastrin, more acid comes out. If you stimulate prostaglandine,
That's inflammation.
it's different. It's the opposite. It will protect the layer, it will reduce the acid. So that's why the drugs that work on the acidity of the stomach, you have, first of all, there's a way to actually block the pump, which are called proton pump inhibitors. And they all end with prazole. Omeprazole, reprazole. And we already took antihistamines too, right? So if you block this, the ones that end with TD. And we already know antimuscarinics, right? Gastrin, don't care about that one too much. But what do you have to do to lower the acidity with this one? Block it or stimulate it? Stimulate it. And that's like misoprostol. So things that have prosto in them, prostol, latanoprost, those are prostaglandine stimulants. Latanoprost, like prostaglandine. Misoprostol, like prostaglandine. Make sense? Okay. So for me to fight the acidity, I could block the pump, I could block these receptors, or stimulate this one.